Officials from the presidential office, the government, and the ruling party held a meeting yesterday to discuss the Yoon Suk-yeol administration's economic policy directions. While agreeing that the current economic situation is serious, they decided to place top priority on taming inflation.
On his way to work Wednesday morning, President Yoon Suk-yeol assessed the current economic situation as a crisis.
전 세계적으로 이 고물가와 이 고금리에 따른 경제 위기로 지금 살얼음 판을 걷고 있는데 잘 협력해야 될 것 같습니다.
Officials from the presidential office, the government, and the ruling party sat down together at the National Assembly. They noted that the nation is now faced with a complicated economic crisis stemming from inflation and a slowdown in growth rate. There was even an opinion that voiced concerns for a prolonged economic war.
경제 전쟁의 대장정이 시작되었습니다. 새 정부는 이 전쟁에서 반드시 이겨내야 합니다.
At the meeting, the ruling People Power Party asked the government to expand tax benefits and to ease regulations that discourage business activities.
각종 규제들이 민생을 발목 잡고 있는 상황입니다. 규제 개혁 없이는 경제 혁신, 위기 극복은 불가능합니다.
The party also called for a greater cut on oil tax, saying that the government's recent steps are not big enough to tackle soaring fuel prices. But they suggested a raise in power and gas rates, which they said were kept excessively low under the previous government. Following the meeting, the presidential office held a briefing and defined the current economic situation as a supply crisis. It then highlighted its efforts to counter the situation in an emergency mode. On its part, the main opposition Democratic Party launched an economic task force and checked consumer prices of daily necessities, including foods. DP floor leader Park Hong-gun highlighted the desperation, citing a newly coined term referring to an entire group of people who give up grocery shopping due to unaffordability. He urged the government to come up with effective measures to curb the scorching inflation.